Alright, I am upside down in a Saturn 2002 L200 and I'm pointing at one of the actuators on the back of a blower motor. This is behind the dash. I'll show you where. Okay, there is another actuator up there. I believe you can kind of hear it, right? That is called the recirculation actuator. Okay, see, I'm pointing at it right now. There's a clip on the back of it. There is, let's see if I can see it, back up in here is the receptacle for it, and this is sort of a long axle. It controls the door on this side and on the other side of the blower motor. That thing is trying to shut or trying to find its space, or it's cracked or something. And so what I wanted to do was replace it. I can't find them anywhere, but if I can just disconnect it like that, little clip, right? So you just got to get that clip off. And once you get the clip off, well, it's not going to try and close the door anymore. And there is a way I can close the door and keep it permanently closed. Okay, so you'll see that the actuators, different actuators for different functions on the car. You can't just go ordering an actuator and assume that's the correct actuator. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing back in there. It's not easy. Okay, there. As soon as it's back in there, let's listen to see what happens. You can see where the actuator assembly is all here, and this metal part is different from this shaft part, so you gotta be careful with that. And my plan was just to simply disconnect it. See how that comes off right there? And now it's making noise. And they want you to take the whole dashboard off to fix this. Instead, how about I just disconnect it? Right? So that's a different actuator. Now to troubleshoot your actuators, oh my God, what a pain. Troubleshoot your actuators is pretty important. Here's how you do it. This is called the blend. It's a blend of hot and cold. That controls a door. It controls a door that directs air past the heater core, which is over here in this car. Stupid place for a damn heater core. Similar to the Chevy Malibu or Impala I had. The heater core plugged up and it was going to be like 10 hours worth of labor to replace the heater core. That's just stupid. Nobody's going to want to buy those dumb cars. Anyway, that's blend. There's an actuator for that. This is mode, M-O-D-E. Which mode are you on? Okay, right now it's blowing towards me, my face over here. This is going to blow more towards my feet. And I'm checking. Give it time to open up. Is it blowing over there? Kinda. This one's definitely blowing out the face. And some down there. I don't really care. And then this is gonna, you can hear the doors changing. You can tell the air is blowing up by the defrost area now. And then it's blowing up by the defrost. You're not getting any of that clicking noise. Okay, it's full defrost now, blowing way up there. And that's when you want to turn it on heat. When you're buying a car, you want to check and make sure you have a heater core and heater. Otherwise, in the rain or in a foggy day, the inside of your glass will cover up. It'll actually start dripping water. It'll condensate inside the car so fast, you won't be able to see out the front windshield. So you want to make sure your heater core is working okay. So for right now, all I care about is I want AC. Usually when you turn on the AC, I think that causes these recirculation doors to shut. But right now, I already know that the switch is working, but the recirculation actuator is disconnected, and this click, 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 it would go off if I push that, and then the door would change, and then click, click, click. So it would stop when it was changing directions, but that was the culprit. So proper diagnostic of which one of these you want to replace, because at the parts store they'll just sell you an actuator and it could be the wrong actuator. Might look the same, probably it's not the same unless it's interchangeable. So you know, you might have to go to a dealer or a junkyard or who knows where to get these parts. I couldn't find it, but I made the clicking sound go away. So now here's how I'm going to solve this problem of making it stay in recirculation, because that's maximum AC. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to go straight to it. That's a bolt. And what is that bolt? Well, that's a door. And here's a way that I access the door, by reaching through here. And see if I can kind of push on that door a little bit. I'm knocking on it. That's the sound of the actuator trying to get the door to shut and the sensor not shutting. So I just drilled a hole through that door, and I put a screw with a washer on it and tightened it up so the door will stay shut. I thought I might have to remove the blower, so I took all this cowling off and all this other stuff. I thought I might be able to reach in and find the actuator. I knew it was up here somewhere, but I actually was able to get it from up here, okay? So then I'm gonna shut all this stuff back up. I'm gonna reattach this. You just have a few bolts. You gotta take off your windshield wipers. Pretty easy to take off, right? They have a little cap, they have a little bolt here, and then another one, or a nut, sorry. So this is the other door, right? Now if I push on it, I'm not sure what's going to happen, because I want it to stay closed for full recirculation. And right now the door is in a closed position. I'm curious to see what happens when I push the button. I'm assuming nothing's going to happen because it was in a closed position before. Okay, so recirculation is on. Let's see what happens when I push the button. That turns it off. Let's see if it turns off. Opens the door. It does not. Before I had checked it and the door was opening and shutting with that. So now the door is in a stuck closed position. Maybe because I bolted that side and it keeps everything shut. I don't know. Anyway, I'm good. It doesn't make a clicking sound. I'm happy. So I might screw through there and put another screw on there to keep it shut. But the bottom line is, for now the clicking sound is gone. I didn't have to get in there and repair the actuator.